Hey, what's up guys, it's Mars, and today Pokemon just released their official Series 5 rule set, and man, I feel like the meta is going to be completely diverse, or maybe one-sided, who knows. But yeah, there's so many new Pokemon coming in and other Pokemon being legal. Like, man, I feel like it's going to be so crazy. So really quick, we're going to be looking over like some of the Pokemon that are going to be legal, and these rules do go in effective at July 1st. So honestly, it's like only like 12 days away. So yeah, a little bit under 2 weeks. So yeah, so I should definitely consider start kind of team building right now. Give yourself enough time to kind of build the team as well. So yeah, so really quick, Urshifu is legal. That's pretty cool. I really like that too. I assume, obviously, of course, it's probably the both forms, which is like the Rapid and the Strike or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, and then of course all the Island of Armor Pokemon are going to be legal as well. I remember in my last video I showed most of the Pokemon that we did confirm that were going to be in the game, but there's actually more Pokemon that are actually legal, as I'll pop it up right now. All right, let's see. So one of the first ones, Low Bunny, is going to be in the Island of Armor. Let's see, Wigglytuff too. Let's see, Lurantis is in there. Klefki is in there too. That's pretty cool. I think having another prankster Pokemon is never bad. Alakazam is in there too, which is really cool. Let's see what else. Tentacool. All right, let's see any other ones. Duskparks is in there too. Okay, if you like Duskparks. Let's see which other ones are cool. We did see a few more. I don't remember if Scolipede was in there last time, but Amoonguss is going to be coming back, so that's a pretty big one. That's actually a really big one. I feel like most teams are going to be I wouldn't necessarily say drop Venusaur. I really don't want to say that, because I think some teams that might want to still consider having Venusaur in their team. But man, having Amoonguss back is going to change so much, especially because we don't have like consistency of like setting up like electric terrain and misty terrain. I mean, maybe like you can, I guess, if you like Dynamax, of course, or you have maybe Galarian Weezing, or the other Patri, that little urchin thing that sets up electric terrain. Yeah, but again, but at the same time, like, it's like you're kind of forcing your opponent to like kind of waste, not necessarily waste the G max a max move like that, but like, I guess you know what I mean. Like, they kind of have to like change the terrain because they're like worried about Amoonguss and Spore, because obviously that's why Amoonguss is so one of the best Pokemons in the game, I think, in general, because of like Spore, Rage Powder, and then just the overall bulk is really good too. I mean, maybe now with like Dynamax moves, it might not be too much of a threat, but of course we've been seeing like a lot of those berries that kind of reduce the damage, like the Cassid Berry, the Babiri Berry and stuff like that. So with Amoonguss, you could definitely run like Aqua Berry or Kobo Berry to kind of like just to kind of help like Amoonguss live a little bit longer and get effective Spore. Yeah, like imagine like if Togekiss Dynamax is in the Airstreams, and then you just throw off a Spore, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, that's pretty broke. Comfey is also back as well. I really like Comfey. Comfey was kind of a little bit viable in VGC 2017 with Snorlax with Belly Jump, so that was pretty cool. As well as Raichu. Alolan Raichu is legal too. All the Alolan Pokemon are legal as well. So I do believe, like, let's see. Ooh, where are these? Oh, we also get Sharpedo back, which is pretty cool. Miltech is also in. Heracross, Pichurichin. There you go. That was the Pokemon I was mistaking for. Polysand is pretty cool too. I'm actually pretty excited for Polysand. There's some pretty nice little shenanigans you can probably do with this thing. Let's see any other ones that we're probably missing. Oh yeah, Marowak. So, and the Sandslash. So you'll definitely be able to use the Alolan forms. I think Alolan Marowak is going to be pretty viable, especially because of the better, like, just the good typing that it has. Like, you're weak to 5, but you also resist like about 9 types, so that's also really good. And of course, like, it's another lightning rod user, So you could definitely have that like maybe like in a rain team, or you could also have it like the Lapras, you know, the with Gmax Lapras. I think that's actually pretty good. Let's see what other Pokemon that's actually in here that we didn't see. Clouser is in there, which is pretty cool. Litigant, not great. I mean, Litigant doesn't have anything. Executor, so you could also use a lone Executor, which is pretty cool. And then another pretty big Pokemon, I think, Porygon 2 and Porygon Z. These two Pokemon are really good. Back in VGC 2017, they were pretty dominant. Porygon 2, since it was like the bulkiest Trick Room setter in VGC 17, that's why it was like super used. And then of course like the viable like move sets that it has. And then Porygon Z was used as well because of conversion, because of the Z move conversion, being able to transform to type of the first move of the slot, and then give you +1 on everything on the Pokemon. So that was pretty broken. I don't know how effective it would be right now, but you could still use. I had in VGC 2017, some people were using like Porygon Z as a Trick Room setter, so that you could also do that as well. Like you could set Trick Room with Porygon Z. They'll probably won't expect it, and then the next turn you just Dynamax and like do shenanigans there with it if you like, or even use it more of a speed control too, since it'll get Hyper Beam, and that's like a adaptability with 150 base power, like for 3 turns. That's nuts. That's nuts. Yeah, so let's see, and then of course we'll be able to use the move tutors as well. Oh, I guess one of the big ones I wanted to talk about more is Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion being legal as well. That's pretty big. I think Terrakion is going to be seen a little bit more because of Terracotta, especially with Pokemon. Like I've always noticed that every time if Whimsicott and like a justified Pokemon is legal, like someone's always gonna want to make a justified beat up team like right off the bat in the beginning of the format. So I would always think it'd be a good idea just to kind of team build your Pokemon, the team to kind of beat that like right away, because there's already going to be so many people trying to make that viable and stuff, since that's and it is going to be scary. I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be scary because Terrakion is, you know, it's super fast, hits super hard. And then with the beat up and tailwind on its side, like and especially with the buff of the tailwind being able to speed increase the speed the same turn, like yeah, it's gonna be scary. So I would definitely start team building how to beat Terrakion, Whimsicott. So yeah, definitely that. And then really quick, we'll go over the move tutors as well. I believe I do have the list right over here. Yeah, I do. So here are the move tutors. It's on Cerebi. I feel like some of these move tutors are actually really good and might give some Pokemon a little bit more viability, I guess. Like I think one of the first ones would be like maybe Expanding Force is pretty cool, because it is a spread move and it powers up on it's a psychic spread moves, and powers up on psychic terrain, so which is pretty cool. Is it a spread move? I think they said it was, but I guess it's maybe they did change it, but it's still another pretty good pretty good move. It gives more viability as well for Pokemon. Whose power goes up, it damages. Oh yeah, it does. Opposing Pokemon. Yeah, so so when psychic terrain is up, you can attack both Pokemon. So that and here's the list as well. Alakazam gets it. Slowbro. You know, majority of the psychic Pokemon: Espeon, Slowking, Gardevoir. Let's see. Mostly I'm talking about the ones that like have a special attack, not really like the physical attackers. Like Darmanitan gets it, but I don't think you would ever want to use that, right? I think the one Pokemon that does appreciate it, I think it's like Hatterene and Indeedee. I assume a male and female both get to use this move tutor. So yeah, having Indeedee and being able to set psychic terrain already, and then just having a spread psychic move, that's really good. That's amazing. That's amazing. And the same thing with Hatterene. It's pretty nice to have another spread move too with it. Let's see what other move tutors are pretty good as well. Grassy Slide is good too. This is another good one. It's a move that gives you priority if grassy terrain is up. And then here is the list, of course. The list of the Pokemon that could use it. I would definitely think the only one you would want to use it would be, I guess, Shiftry, if you want to use Shiftry. Abomasnow, maybe. Lithion. Virizion actually gets Grassy Slide, so that's pretty good. I mean, I think you would still want to use Leaf Blade because Virizion is already fast by itself, so you don't really need to like priority hit anything. But like something like Trevenant and Gourgeist that are, well, not really Gourgeist, I guess. Oh no, well, I guess if you get like the fat one. Yeah, but like those like slow Pokemon that would benefit, like Serena could benefit from that. Dhelmise, of course, Rillaboom, because it's the one that could set up grassy terrain on its own. Fapple gets it too, which is pretty cool, and Surfetch, but I think you would want to use Leaf Blade on Surfetch because of Leak and always critting. Let's see, some other ones that kind of stand out to me too was Lash Out too is another good one. So what this move does is if the stats were lowered during the same turn, the move is doubled. So I guess like if say like you have I don't know, you have a Cinnamon Dracopult, and then Dracopult Dynamaxes goes for Max Phantasm, and then Incineroar goes for Lash Out. You're basically hitting them with the stab 150 base power, so whatever you doubled up is definitely gonna get KO'd. And these are the, of course, again, this is the list of Pokemon that get it. Gyarados gets it, which is pretty nice. Tyranitar as well. Let's see, Shiftry, of course, Drapion, Toxicroak, Weavile, Darmanitan, both forms, of course, Scrafty, Bisharp, and of course an Incineroar, of course, because I think that's probably a bigger one too. I don't know yet, but I don't know if it works like that, but I had an idea, like what if like on the same turn where you intimidate, I say it's first turn, right? You both send out your two Pokemon, and you send out an Incineroar, and you lower the opponent's stat. I wonder if it's doubled on that same turn, like when you're gonna attack. I don't know. You guys could let me know in the comments. I would really like to know that that ruling. Let's see if anything. Are we missing anything? Oh yeah, another big one that I think is really cool is that any Pokemon with battle rating mark from a different dex is legal. So now you could bring Pokemon, like right now, like since I don't think we're able to get Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion right now, but if you have, I believe, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, or if like me, I have Omega Ruby, where Terrakion, Cobalion, and Virizion are available to get there, you could transfer those to bank, and then bank to home, and then home to your game, and then I believe you go to the battle tower, and a person there will stamp your Pokemon, and it'll be VGC legal. So that's pretty cool. That's a really big thing. Makes it a lot easier for people like myself, like I have like, you know, like Sun, and I have like Omega Ruby, and all my Pokemon there were like definitely like, of course, like VGC ready and stuff. But obviously, like, I didn't transfer them or anything because you know, they're not really legal, or they weren't like available to like even play with and stuff like that. But now, like if you have like right now, like what's kind of legal from like this, whoops, like Porygon 2, like on Ultra Sun, like I had Porygon 2. I believe I have a shiny one in there too. Like I would like to bring my shiny one with the already EV spreads, already like the move sets there put together that are legal to use, because obviously if you transfer a Pokemon with the move that can't be learned in Sword and Shield, they would just delete it. So yeah, do keep in mind of that. Yeah, so I think in my Porygon 2, I think the standard and Sun and Moon was Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Recover, and Trick Room, and then the EV spreads, of course. And so all that comes together. You know, you can bring that, you can just stamp it, and boom, it's like ready. So you don't have, so if you do have some of these Pokemon that are illegal, like if you have a Kingdra or a Closer and your other old Pokemon and they're battle ready, you could definitely just bring them in, stamp them, and boom, you're good to go. So you don't have to waste time to breed them and all that stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing that they did. Let's see what else. And of course the Gmax forms are legal as well. So like Gmax, let's see, I do believe I have it over here as well. Oh darn, where is it? Okay, right here. Go back. We'll go scroll up. So yeah, so these are the new Gmax that are coming and going to be legal on July 1st, like Venusaur, Blastoise, Rillaboom, Cinderace, Inteleon, and Urshifu. I don't know how to really say its name. But yeah. Oh yeah, so it's a really big rule set. I definitely think it's going to be really different. Oh, what was that? Definitely going to be a really big different end of meta, to be honest. I think like having Amoonguss in now, having like Terrakion, it's just going to be pretty big. And I guess even using Urshifu is going to be pretty cool too. I would definitely probably use the water one too, because I feel like that's the best ones. Let's see, am I missing anything for the video? I kind of wanted to make it just a really quick short video for you guys. I don't really want to waste too much time. But yeah, Cerebi does have all the movesets here, the move tutors available, and of course the list of the Pokemon that could use. Let's see if I'm missing any other of the Pokemon moves right here. Scalding Sand is pretty cool. If you guys didn't know, it's a sand attack. It's a special attack that could leave the target burn, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so some of the move tutors are pretty good. Like I said, like Expanding Force is great. Let's see, Grassy Slide is awesome. Lash Out is pretty good. I think Scaldy Stance and Dual Wing Beat is pretty good too. We'll go with Dual Wing really quick as well, mostly because like the one that I wanted to talk about with it is with where is this guy at? Is like Scyther, and I believe Scizor also gets it. I just could not find it. Where is this guy? Or does Scizor not learn it? I guess. Oh no, he does learn it. He's right here. So Scizor and Scyther could use that, which is pretty cool because of Technician. That's a 60 base power move, but since it hits twice, that's basically you're basically hitting for 120 base move with like. Oh, the only thing that you have to worry about is just the 90% accuracy, but I think that's a good chance to take, because it's like basically like Powerball. Like the same power, like, you know, Powerball is like 120 base power and it has a 90% accuracy, and it's just a super strong move to use. And then of course, like with Scyther, being able to have it stab is really good too. You can do some pretty fun stuff with Scyther. Maybe put like a Eviolite now because of Scizor. Not Eviolite Slowbro. Scizor could probably benefit that too as well. Mostly because of, you know, you could just Dynamax and Airstream and stuff. So that's pretty cool. What's a pretty good move? Scalding Sand is pretty cool. These are the Pokemon, of course, that gets it. Charizard gets it, which is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice. I think being able to hit, like, I guess, Flash Fire Pokemon is pretty cool. I guess if like we have Heatran again, Scalding Sand is gonna be really good. But right now, I don't think any fire Pokemon would use it. I think there would be some pretty good Pokemon to use this move. Colossal actually gets it. I think that's pretty big. Because I think the only ground move Colossal gets is physical, but I think most Pokemon do want to use Colossal as a special attacker. So having Scalding Sand is really good. Polysand gets it. I think is really good. Spoiler, I think I might make a little fun team with Polysand, because you can do some pretty cool stuff with, like, because you know how I believe Wolfie did like was it Wolfie? Maybe it was Wolfie. That he did like a pretty fun like Slowpoke. What was it? Torkoal, where like he like sets up Trick Room and then self-surf, weakness policy, and then, you know, do some shenanigans there, throwing some really strong eruptions. So you could basically do something similar like that with Polysand, because its ability, Water Compassion, it increases the defense by 2 stages every time it's hit by a water move. So you surf, well, obviously you set up Trick Room, you know, you Dynamax Polysand or something, you surf, you self-surf, you know, boom, you get a +2 stages of defense, and you proc a weakness policy, because more than likely you would want to use this as a weakness policy user, and then throw up some really strong stab ground moves, and you also increase those, and of course, you know, with max quick you increase your special defense. So you're basically making yourself a really bulky Pokemon there. So yeah, so you could definitely like have like a move, like a pretty standard move set. I would say would be like Shadow Ball, maybe Scolding Sand would be pretty cool, just to be able to burn Pokemon. Scolding Sand, or maybe even Earth Power if you want a little bit more damage output after your Dynamax is over. And then of course you have like Giga Drain to like hit other like water Pokemon and stuff. Let's see if it gets any other cool ones. Oh, Energy Ball too. It gets Energy Ball too. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And its special attack's not even that bad either. It's like at 100 too, and the defense is 110. So yeah, this Pokemon is gonna be pretty fun to play with. Yeah, and I think that's kind of it for the video. Yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. As well as, I know that it is not legal right now to use in the Battle Stadium until July 1st. But if you guys do want to, you guys could actually play on Showdown right now. I believe it is legal, so we'll probably just see, let's close some of these out, and we'll just pick like a random one somewhere here. Like this guy is a high rating, so yeah. So right now you could actually start using the Pokemon. So you right now, you know, get the team building start. You know, start working your mind off, start like wondering like what kind of team you want to build. I'm already kind of thinking of like so many kind of teams I want to build. I have like Azumarill in mind. I have like Rain in mind. Like the Polysand that I was talking about in mind. Yeah, there's so many man. Yeah. Let's see, anything else? I don't think so. All right, thank you so much. All right guys, I think this is gonna be the end of the video. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like and comment, subscribe. I do really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. I really do wanna reach like, I don't know, maybe 50 subscribers. I think I'm at like 40 something, but I really do enjoy making content and stuff. And yeah, that's that all. I think that is all. Yeah. All right guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, let me know what you guys are excited to start using now that we got more Pokemon being able to use. Like definitely I'm excited to use like Amoonguss again. I'm excited to use Azumarill, even Terrakion as well, but I already know there's already going to be so many people trying to have like a check for Terrakion, and as well as Urshifu too. I'm really excited to use Urshifu too. More the water fighting type one. I don't really like the fighting dark. I think the fact that Togekiss is still always going to be a thing, or just fairy in general, it's not going to be that good. Oh, but who knows, you could still make it viable, you know. There's always there's always a ways to make Pokemon viable, you know. All right, thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. Yeah, all right, bye.